Hey everyone, I'm Emma, and welcome back to Speak English Daily. This is the channel where you practice real English, not study it. Every session, one real skill. No grammar tables, no textbooks. Just you speaking. Here is something interesting. When someone tells you what happened, you listen. But when someone tells you what they think, you lean in. There is a difference between someone who answers questions and someone who has a voice. Answering is reactive. Having an opinion is presence. And here is what most people don't realize about sharing opinions in English. You don't need to be right. You don't need to be brilliant. You just need to say what you actually think. I think it's okay. That is an opinion. I'm not sure, but I feel like. That is an opinion. Honestly, I think it depends. That is an opinion. Today, you find your voice in English. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a complete standalone session. Start right here. Everything you need is in this one. The full playlist and schedule are in the pinned comment below, whenever you are ready. For everyone who's been here a while, you already have your story. Today, you add your voice to it. Whoever you are, today is for you. Before we start, one reframe. An opinion is not something complicated. It is not a debate argument. It is not an essay. It does not need to be strong or perfectly reasoned or impressive. An opinion is just how you feel about something. And it can be simple, it can be short, it can even be uncertain. Today, the only rule is say what you actually think, not what sounds right, not what sounds impressive, just what is true for you. Let's practice. Level 1. Short opinions. 1 or 2 sentences. That is all. No need to explain everything. Just say what you think and stop when it feels done. There is no right or wrong. Your opinion is valid because it is yours. Do you like working from home? Yeah, I think it's pretty nice actually. I like the flexibility. Yeah, I think it's pretty nice actually. I like the flexibility. I think it's pretty nice is a complete opinion. Short opinions sound confident. Actually, at the end adds a tiny note of genuine reflection, like you're confirming it to yourself as you say it. How was that movie? I think it was okay. Not amazing, but still enjoyable. I think it was okay. Not amazing, but still enjoyable. Balanced opinions feel real. One positive, one honest qualifier. That structure works for almost anything. Good. That was already your voice. 2 opinions, both real. Do you prefer coffee or tea? Oh, honestly, coffee? I think I just need the caffeine in the morning. Oh, honestly, coffee? I think I just need the caffeine in the morning. The reason I just need the caffeine is honest and relatable. It makes the opinion feel like a real person speaking. Personal reasons. I just need. I find it easier. It works better for me. Make any opinion immediately more human. What do you think about exercise? I think it's important, even if I don't always feel like doing it. Hmm. I think it's important, even if I don't always feel like doing it. The honest addition, even if I don't always feel like it, makes the opinion sound real, not performative. Admitting tension between what you think is right and what you actually do is one of the most relatable things in conversation. Do you like big cities or smaller places? I think I prefer smaller places, honestly. There's less noise, and it feels a bit more relaxed. I think I prefer smaller places, honestly. There's less noise, and it feels a bit more relaxed. Two reasons, both simple: less noise and more relaxed. No need for complex reasons. Simple reasons sound natural. In casual English, reasons don't need to be philosophical. Less noise and feels relaxed, that is enough. Five micro opinions, all of them simple, all of them real, all of them yours. Level 2. One opinion, one reason, and that is a complete natural answer. The reason doesn't have to be logical or brilliant. It just has to be true. Opinion plus reason is the most common opinion structure in English conversation. Do you prefer mornings or evenings? Oh, I think I prefer mornings because I feel more focused early in the day. And I can usually get more done before things get busy. Reason hint: because I feel clearer when I wake up. Say the full opinion. Oh, I think I prefer mornings because I feel more focused early in the day, and I can usually get more done before things get busy. Oh, I think I prefer mornings because I feel more focused early in the day, and I can usually get more done before things get busy. I feel more focused is personal and specific. It explains your preference without being defensive. Before things get busy adds a second layer naturally. One opinion, two small reasons. It builds like a mini story. What do you think about social media? Hmm, I think it's useful, but it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes. So I try not to spend too much time on it. Reason hint is because I notice it affects my mood if I use it too much. Say the full opinion. I think it's useful, but it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes, so I try not to spend too much time on it. Hmm, I think it's useful, but it can be a bit overwhelming sometimes, so I try not to spend too much time on it. The honest qualifier, but it can be overwhelming, stops the opinion from sounding like an advertisement. Balance makes it real. So, I try not to spend too much time on it. Turning opinion into behavior makes the answer feel grounded and honest. Good. Opinion plus reason. That is a complete thought. Do you think it's important to travel? Yeah, I think it's really valuable because you see how other people live. And I think it changes how you see things. Reason hint because it gets you out of your own routine. Say the full opinion. Yeah, I think it's really valuable because you see how other people live, and I think it changes how you see things. Yeah, I think it's really valuable because you see how other people live, and I think it changes how you see things. Changes how you see things is a complete thought specific enough to be interesting, simple enough to be natural. What do you think about working hard versus working smart? Hmm, I think both matter honestly, but if I had to choose, I think working smart is probably more sustainable. Because you can't always rely on effort alone. Reason hint because burning yourself out helps no one. Say the full opinion. Hmm, I think both matter honestly, but if I had to choose, I think working smart is probably more sustainable because you can't always rely on effort alone. Hmm, I think both matter honestly, but if I had to choose, I think working smart is probably more sustainable because you can't always rely on effort alone. If I had to choose is a great opinion starter. It acknowledges complexity while still committing to a position. You can't always rely on effort alone. A general truth stated simply. These lines sound wise without being formal. Do you think learning a language is worth it? Oh, definitely. I think it's one of the most useful things you can do. Because it opens up so many conversations. And honestly, it changes how you think. Reason hint? Because you start seeing the world from a different angle. Say the full opinion. Oh, definitely. I think it's one of the most useful things you can do because it opens up so many conversations. And honestly, it changes how you think. Oh, definitely. I think it's one of the most useful things you can do because it opens up so many conversations. And honestly, it changes how you think. Ending with, it changes how you think. Strong, personal, honest. After 22 days, you can say it and mean it. 5 opinion plus reason answers. All of them complete. All of them natural. You didn't need a debate. You just needed to say what you think and tell us why. Level 3, no coaching. I ask, you share your opinion. These topics are personal. They connect to real life, your real life. There's no right or wrong answer here. Just share your opinion. The example is just one way to say it. Opinion 1 on habits and consistency. What do you think about practicing something every day, even when you don't feel like it? Honestly, I think it's the most important thing because it's not really about the days when you feel motivated, it's about the days when you don't, and you do it anyway. I think that's where the real progress happens. Good, personal, honest. That is a real opinion. Opinion 2 on making mistakes. Do you think making mistakes is a good thing? Yeah, I actually think it is, because that's usually how you remember things. Like if something goes wrong, you notice it, and you're less likely to do it again. So in a way, mistakes are just part of learning. Opinion 3 on confidence. What do you think confidence is? Where does it come from? Hmm. I think confidence comes from doing things, not from feeling ready. Like you don't get confident and then start. You start and then you get confident. At least that's what it feels like for me. Opinion 4 on comfort zones. Do you think people should push themselves out of their comfort zone? Yeah, I think so. Even though it can feel uncomfortable at first, because usually the things that are worth doing are on the other side of that feeling. And I think you almost never regret trying something new. Opinion 5 on learning English. What do you think the most important part of learning English is? Honestly, I think it's just speaking, because you can study grammar forever, but until you actually open your mouth and talk to someone, it doesn't really become yours. I think the discomfort of speaking is actually the point. 5 personal opinions All of them came from you. That last one, the discomfort of speaking, is actually the point. Say that again, because after 22 days, you earned that opinion. Honestly, I think it's just speaking, because until you actually open your mouth and talk, it doesn't really become yours. I think the discomfort of speaking is actually the point. Honestly, I think it's just speaking, because until you actually open your mouth and talk, it doesn't really become yours. I think the discomfort of speaking is actually the point. Now, the opinion flow round, day 22's signature section. I ask, you say what you think, and then say why. No overthinking, no right or wrong, just your voice. What do you think about learning online instead of in a classroom? Hmm, I think it depends on the person. But for me, I think online works really well because you can go at your own pace. And honestly, I think consistency matters more than the setting. Opinion, qualifier, personal reason, general truth. That four-step structure sounds completely natural. Do you prefer busy days or relaxed days? Oh, I think I actually prefer a mix because too many busy days makes me tired, but too many relaxed days makes me restless. So I think I need both to feel balanced. I need both to feel balanced, honest and specific. That kind of self-awareness sounds thoughtful and natural. What's your opinion on trying new things? Yeah, I think it's really important, even if it feels uncomfortable, because that feeling of discomfort usually means you're growing. And I think the times I've pushed myself are the ones I'm most glad I did. Personal evidence. The times I've pushed myself makes the opinion feel lived, not theoretical. Do you think it's better to be honest or to be kind when someone asks for feedback? Hmm, I think you can be both, honestly. But if I had to choose, I think honest is more kind in the long run because telling someone what they need to hear is more useful than what they want to hear. More kind in the long run reframes the question. That kind of reframe shows genuine thinking. What do you think makes a good conversation? Oh, I think it's when both people are actually curious about each other, not just waiting for their turn to speak. And I think the best conversations happen when you're not trying too hard to impress anyone, just being honest. Ending. with just being honest. After a whole day of practicing honest opinion, this feels like a conclusion to day 22 itself. And last one, what do you think about where you are right now in your English journey? Honestly, I think I'm in a pretty good place. It's not perfect, and there's always more to learn, but I feel like I can actually express myself now, and that feels like the most important thing. This is your honest opinion about yourself. Say it like you mean it, because you do. 6 opinions, all of them real, all of them yours. Final round. I ask all 6 back to back. You answer each one. No stopping, no hints. Final round. No model answers. Learner forms and says their own opinion after each prompt. What do you think about learning online instead of in a classroom? Do you prefer busy days or relaxed days? What's your opinion on trying new things? Do you think it's better to be honest or to be kind when someone asks for feedback? What do you think makes a good conversation? And last one, what do you think about where you are right now in your English journey? 6 questions, 6 honest opinions. That is your voice in English. Think about what you just did. You didn't just speak. You shared what you think, your opinions, your reasons, your perspective in English. On day 1, you were training your mouth to move. Every sentence was an effort. On day 22, you are expressing ideas, your ideas, about things that matter to you. That is not practice anymore. That is expression. That is your voice, and you can feel it now. And that is day 22. Day 16, you removed the gap. Day 17, you kept going. Day 18, you connected your ideas. Day 19, you reacted like a real person. Day 20, you had a real conversation. Day 21, you told your story. Day 22, you shared your mind. Now, go to the comments and type. If you shared your opinion today, comment. Day 22 done. And if you want, tell me one opinion from today that felt true when you said it. One honest thing you expressed in English. I read every comment. And if you want to follow the full 30-day journey, you can find the complete playlist in the pinned comment below. Now, day 23. You can tell a story. You can share your opinion. Day 23, we put them together because the most powerful thing you can do in a conversation is tell a story that leads to a point. And day 23 is exactly that. See you in day 23. Keep speaking, keep sharing, don't break your streak.